Hello. I may have accidentally discovered something that may help stop sleep paralysis before it even starts. Yeah, I agree. The best way to stop sleep paralysis once it has started is to call upon the name of Jesus. That I agree with 100%. I'd like to tell you what happened the other night though. I had a dream and it felt like what normally happens when I get sleep paralysis, apart from a few things. I'd like to take this time to say that that night I was sleeping with my shoulder resting on my ear. Okay, back to the story. In the dream, there were two things there, and they were speaking to each other saying that they cannot paralyze me because my shoulder was on my ear. And that was that. No sleep paralysis happened to me and nothing else happened. Now you may be thinking, oh yeah, that was just a meaningless dream that your brain made up with the knowledge you have gained from looking into sleep paralysis. And I totally agree. It might be a meaningless dream, sure, but I think it is worth looking into further in case there's something to it. I was thinking that maybe the demons speak to your ear to hypnotize you into paralysis, or use some kind of sound waves or something. And when I say that, I don't mean from a technological source. And maybe because I had my arm over my ear, I was unable to hear the demons speaking, or unable to hear the sound waves that they do somehow. Now I have never ever seen any demon or so-called alien or fallen angel during waking hours. I have only ever heard the electronic hum. But the dream got me thinking. I wonder if it was lack of hearing that stopped the paralysis from happening. Or if it was my physical body that stopped it. Or if it was the part of my spirit in my arm that stopped them from reaching my ear. I've only gotten sleep paralysis about half a dozen times to my knowledge, so it's hard for me to experiment with. Maybe if people out there that get sleep paralysis often can see if there is anything to it. Now, in order to experiment properly, you could try multiple things. Maybe you could try wearing earmuffs one night, and another night try playing music with earphones on, and another night try sleeping with your arm over your ear. This may be hard if you toss and turn all night, and it might be uncomfortable to do. I find that laying on my left side, it is much easier to put my right arm over my right ear. And if I lay on my right side, it's very uncomfortable to put my left arm over my left ear. But, again, this may be a meaningless dream and have nothing to it. Or there may actually be something to it. We don't know unless we experiment further. But always remember, if sleep paralysis does happen, the best way to stop it is to call upon the name of Jesus. Goodbye. Okay, one last thing. For those that are more skeptical and observant, some of you may be thinking, oh, well, how did you hear the so-called demons or aliens or fallen angels, whatever they are, I don't know what they are. How did I hear them saying that they couldn't paralyze me? Well, I was in a dream, I was asleep, and maybe I heard them in the spirit, in the dream state. It's not as though that I was there awake, hearing them. There's a big difference, I believe. So, yeah, I heard them in the spirit. So maybe what they need to do is somehow physically make me hear to actually paralyze my physical body. They couldn't do it to my spirit. Anyway, that's pretty much to show that it's not a contradiction.